Thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
I am here on behalf of FSM Media, and I have to tell you, I watched an episode, of course, to get the opportunity to talk with you, and then ended up binging. I'm not
Oh,
making
yeah.
that up. I was like, okay, I'm
That's
not
great.
stopping. No, and I'm only gotten through 9, and you left me on a
Oh,
cliffhanger,
man.
buddy. So
9.
I gotta get 10.
You got to get 10.
Yes, because you were in a bit of peril at the end of 9. So,
Yes.
but yes, thank you for your time. And I have to applaud you on a really great show. And personally, as someone who is from Texas, I'm now in New York, but originally from Texas, and I have seen a lot of bad shows related to
Sure.
anyone in any kind of like country setting or rodeo setting. And thank you. I just want to say thank you.
Oh, hey, that's like the highest compliment ever because, we're always trying to make it as authentic as possible. So when, someone who knows the world says that, that means a lot.
Yeah, because there wasn't any oh
Yeah.
going on. And
Right.
I really appreciate that because you let you guys tell the story. It's a phenomenal cast. And I mean, it has Nancy Travis in
It
it.
has Nancy Travis. Yeah.
I've been in love with her since Almost Perfect. And then to me, Axe Murderer is in the top 10 of all movies. So
Oh, heck yeah. I hear that a lot. I agree with you. It's really great. She's wonderful. She's
well, I'm
wonderful.
glad to know that because
Yeah.
she's been like for
Yeah.
me.
And she's nicer, like as the nicest person you'll ever meet and funny and charming and all of the things you would hope.
Well, terrific.
Yeah.
But I am here to talk with you and
Let's
you
just talk
seem
about Nancy the
delightful.
whole time.
But I want to focus on you. And I really just wanted to know what was your experience? I mean, you get to play a cowboy. I mean, that
Yeah.
seems like that might be a bit of a dream on its own.
Absolutely. It's funny how life works out. A few years ago, my fiance and I, every year we'll like write down goals, what we want. And it's, so I wrote down, I wanted to get on a show that was about rodeo or about, Western kind of themes and horses. Yeah. And then it happened that year, which was pretty serendipitous and cool. So we have horses ourselves. We have 2 thoroughbreds. And so I've only been riding for a few years but just love it and do it all the time. And so I thought that would be a cool marriage, my work and personal life. And here you have it.
I totally believe in those things. I
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
do.
It's interesting how that works, how it works out sometimes. It's very strange.
No, I'm a
Yeah.
complete believer in serendipity
Yep.
and angel whispers. So I
Sure.
think you manifested that for
I think
yourself.
so
So
too. Yeah.
good on you. That's really cool. Well, I was curious though, if how it overlapped with, your previous show with Good Trouble and all that. Like, was there any like with the filming, did you have any issues with that, or were you fully finished before you started this?
I was fully finished with Good Trouble before I started this. However, they brought me back for their previous season here. So there was a little bit of conflict with schedule, but thankfully the producers for both shows worked together and it worked seamlessly.
That's really cool. I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear that because you had been with that show for so long that I'm glad
Yeah,
that that was able to work out for you.
totally. There's one of the producers works on both shows, so
Ah,
it,
that's
it
awesome.
helps. Yeah.
And now I know that you had lived most of your life up in Canada before this. Are you down now in the States full time or?
Yep. I've been in Los Angeles for 14 years now.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
so do you have a ranch outside with your horses or?
Hopefully soon. No,
Wow.
so we have them board at a ranch that's only 1 mile from my house right now. So we're there 5 days a week at least. They're right here. I go on a hike through the park to go see them, and it's kind of the perfect setup. It's it's the next best thing to having a ranch.
That's awesome because I
Right.
know horses are, my mom owned horses. She actually was a barrel racer when she was young.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
and they're social horse animals. You have to go, if you're going to own them, you have to be with them. They miss you. So
Yeah.
that's awesome that you're.
Yeah. It's fortunate that they, the ranch they're at, there's a bunch of other horses too, so they get to play with all sorts. They're herd and they get out a lot, and
Cool.
so it's good. But it would be wonderful to have a big pasture for them too.
That's very, very cool. And one of the things that I also really loved about the show is it's, it takes place at a rodeo, but it's not really about the rodeo. There's like a
Right.
lot going on. But I think that it invites a different audience to look at things like LGBT and other storylines that I really like your brother,
Mm-hmm.
not just being a gay character, but he has a love interest and things. And I thought that was really awesome, to be a part of something that, is in Colorado and is centering around farmers and such. So I just wanted to take a second to say that and point that out to the audience and applaud you guys for doing that.
I appreciate it. Love I love it when people can get a little bit of anything from a show, and you can normalize anything on television, and I think that's a really wonderful thing.
Absolutely. And I think, again, because it does have the country side to it, and he wants to be a country singer, and he's out. I thought that was a unique element to the show that deserved being highlighted.
Oh, thanks for saying that.
And so is there a word? Is there a season 2 now that you've sucked me in?
Well, we got to get all your viewers and readers to tune in to make sure we get that second season,
Okay,
well, hopefully
I will spread the word as best as I can, because like I said, we get a chance to see it, and then I was like, where is Hallmark and such, and but we had the screeners, so I got to watch through 9, and I was like,
so you have the 10th one though, right?
I'm sorry,
you have the 10th screener.
not I don't have through 10 yet. So I think I'm gonna have to wait with the rest of the world. So I will may have to have a party, a season finale party.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, so anything else you'd like the audience to know about the show and what else you might be working on?
Yeah, the show just keeps getting better and better and more intriguing and more interesting, and just I'm really loving the response of the fans, and keep watching. Regarding
so many levels. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of levels, absolutely. Regarding well, there might be some more Good Trouble things in the works, perhaps.
Okay, well,
I'll leave it with that cryptic answer.
Hey, cryptic answers are sometimes very helpful. I think I definitely, if it's up to me, I say everyone should tune in. It's on Hallmark, and it's just called Ride. Don't look up The Ride, people. Just look up Ride.
There you go. Just Ride. Short and sweet.